Brian from the Tone Jerks podcast here. I wanted to do a quick video that kind of went with our last episode, so episode 101. So whenever you go listen to that one, we talk about pedal stacking and gain stacking. So not like it's a groundbreaking topic for a video, but it's kind of more or less an excuse for me to use the tripod and the mic that I just bought. And so I just wanted to grab some pedals and pair them together, and then pair them with my amplifier's gains. I have the Rockerverb. So some of the pedals I'm going to use today are the 385 from Walrus Audio, I got the Plumes from Earthquaker Devices, and then I have the Sweet Honey Overdrive from Mad Professor. I'm going to pair these two together on a cleaner channel, less breakup, and then I'm going to put heavier gain dirty channel on the Rockerverb and use the Plumes, so you can kind of see what a drive going into an already distorted amp looks like. I know what it sounds like, but I know this has already been done before, but bear with me. This is just me working out all this shit. So I'm gonna run everything through 2 notes. It's just easier for recording. I don't have to blow the roof off the place. So let's check it out. Alright, so now we're going to play the pedals. First off, we're going to do the Sweet Honey Overdrive from Mad Professor and the 385 from Walrus, going into the clean channel of the Rockerverb. And we talked about it on the episode, so one of my favorite things to do is actually like the opposite of conventional, is to do heavier drive into lighter drive. And the Sweet Honey really does a good job of that, almost using it like a preamp, so we can kind of hear how that sounds. So here's the clean tone of the Rockerverb. Sounds, it sounds. I'm not a huge fan of the clean channel of this, but when you put the Sweet Honey over it, not a huge difference, but I think it makes that clean channel sound a lot bearable. It's just not my favorite sounding channel of the Rockerverb, but so that sounds pretty good. And then actually stacking you can see the gain is kind of halfway up on the 385, and it was lower on the Sweet Honey, but I think it's kind of cool. I don't know. It treats the Sweet Honey Overdrive like the amp's preamp, and then kind of hitting it with the pedal. But I guess more conventional would be heavier gain. So that'd be just the 385, kind of on a more lighter sound. And then the Sweet Honey on heavier. Doesn't sound too bad. So you can totally get like heavier punk tones out of doing something like that. So they both sound good. There's not really a wrong way to do it, so just keep fucking with shit and it'll sound good. Okay, so now we're gonna play the Rockerverb on its dirty channel, which sounds pretty good just on its own. There's a lot of gain on tap there. I kind of have the gain just about 1 o'clock, so just past noon there. And then one of my favorite things to do is to hit the front end of it with just a tube screamer, so you can see the levels cranked and the gain. So it's really conventional of, like, I don't know, a lot of metal players and hard rock players use that for, like, kind of shelving off low end to kind of help, like, slam a front end of an amp. So a lot of metal players will use that with, Mesa Boogies or 6505 PVs and stuff like that. And I like to do the same. So turn the fucking thing on. So I think it really tightens up the, I don't know, the amp. Oranges, in my opinion, and I think a lot of people say they kind of get fizzy, and this really helps out with that. Really kind of, I don't know, chunking it up a little bit, and so you can hear the difference with it off and on. So. Now let's just turn them all up. Yep, that sounds like shit. So maybe that's something not to do when you're stacking pedals. But there's not, I don't know, it sounded kind of cool. So, all right, hopefully I do more of these videos, and hopefully this is not too much of a bitch for me to edit. All right, see you on the next one.